North Allegheny School District, I welcome you tonight to a very exciting event. This is Focus 2020 and the distribution of iPads to your children. We sent you many emails in the last week, and we're so glad that the days arrived and that you're here with us. Ingomar Middle School is the first middle school in the whole district to receive these iPads. And we are so ready tonight. We're so ready for you. During this opening presentation, we won't have time for individual questions, but not to worry. We'll have numerous volunteers on site to help you tonight. And of course, we're here tomorrow and every day to support you and your child at Ingomar Middle School. Teaching and learning is certainly changing in the 21st century, and you're part of an exciting time in the North Allegheny School District and the history of our district. We spoke with your children at the end of the day today, and their excitement was palpable. Tonight, we have a plan to distribute the devices in a way that's thoughtful and it protects this property. We hope that you arrive tonight with the signed user agreement and the Apple ID that was created for this device. We've also asked you to accept or decline the insurance program, and that must be done prior to receiving the device. If you haven't yet completed these steps, you can do that tonight. The tables that are set up in the foyer are there to help you with these tasks. Please go to any of these tables in the foyer before you move on to the location where you pick up the iPad. You won't be able to pick up the iPad until those steps have been completed. Our evening's going to move very quickly. We have lots of teacher volunteers tonight. We have lots of support staff and our central administrators. And we also have instructional technology personnel here to volunteer to help you. We're going to review tonight program goals. We're going to share information about safeguarding the device and ensuring your child's safety. And we're going to talk about how your child will receive training. Then we'll give you directions for the distribution tonight. We expect that this will happen very efficiently, and we expect that you'll be home for the Steelers game. Our Wildcat team has a field trip tomorrow, so we're asking that Wildcat students do not bring their devices to school tomorrow. Top Cat students should bring their devices because their field trip was today. Then we'll be asking your children to get into routine to bring the device to school every day and take it home every evening to charge the device. We understand that it'll take time to set up a routine, and we will help them with this. We ask for your help as well. At this time, Dr. Scheer, the North Allegheny School District Substitute Superintendent, will introduce you to the Focus 2020 initiative. Thanks so much for being here with us.
Good evening. Thank you so much for being here this evening. I can't tell you how excited I am to be a part of this initiative and all the work that has gone into this evening here tonight. But it's actually the culmination of work that started a year ago. We put together a technology advisory committee to start to look at how might we leverage technology to truly transform the learning environment for our students. We're very fortunate. We have a wonderful school district, we have wonderful teachers, we have wonderful resources, but we also realize that we're always trying to get better at what we do, and we felt that technology could play that role. So we brought together approximately 27 people from across the district, staff members, parents, teachers, administrators, etc. And we started to look at how technology might transform the learning environment here. And through that year of study, a series of recommendations were actually made that were then approved by the school board and sort of led to the foundation of the Focus 2020 initiative. So without saying a whole heck of a lot more, what I'd like to do is actually share with you a video that we put together that sort of outlines what it is that we are doing and why we are doing it.
Go big or go home. Go big or go home. Go big or go home. Go big or go home.
The start of this school year marks an exciting time for North Allegheny. The board recently approved a plan that will advance technology at every grade level across the district. The new technology plan will be rolled out over a 4-year period to help ensure both our staff and students achieve success. We are responsible for preparing students for an ever-changing world, and we know that with change, there's lots of challenge. We also know that our North Allegheny community, comprised of students, teachers, staff, principals, and parents, are up for that challenge and ready to forge forward. This initiative will enhance the way we deliver curriculum to students by integrating technology into their everyday lesson plans.
The North Allegheny Comprehensive Plan runs a span from 2014 until 2020. Our focus is on 2020. What does this mean as we embark upon a one-to-one initiative over the next 4 years to take us until 2020, but then also how are we delivering our mission and our vision to make sure that all students meet with that success in a changing world?
During the 2014-2015 school year, the North Allegheny School District convened a Technology Advisory Committee. This committee, which consisted of parents, teachers, administrators, school board members, and members of the community at large, came together to research and study how technology might transform the learning environment for the students in North Allegheny. Throughout this collaborative process, the committee learned that in order to personalize learning for our students and continue to provide the best educational experiences for our young men and women, technology needed to be a part of the learning process. The committee specifically recommended that we, number one, create an equitable technology environment for all students and teachers. Number two, adopt a one-to-one computing environment in grades 1 through 12. And three, expand staffing appropriately to support success. These recommendations are now embedded into what we are calling Focus 2020, preparing NA for a changing world. First, the year 2020 coincides with the end of our comprehensive plan. This strategic plan, which codifies our mission, vision, and belief statements, lays the foundation for the work we do every day and serves as a blueprint for our efforts. The plan also establishes a goal that we will innovate our educational practices and become leaders in technology integration. Second, the year 2020 serves as an important guidepost in our efforts to transform the learning environment through the skilled use of technology. It is our hope that all of the committee's recommendations will be in place by that time. This coming school year, all students and staff members will have access to additional technological resources, and students in grades 9 through 10 will be provided a laptop computer, and students in grade 6 will receive an iPad. Finally, Focus 2020 is a metaphor. When your vision is perfect, there is clarity. It is clear to us that through the use of technology as a learning tool, we will be able to prepare NA students for success in a changing world.
Last year I had the terrific opportunity to serve on the district's Technology Advisory Committee. It was an absolutely eye-opening experience for me. I learned so much. One of the most profound things that I learned was from one of the colleges that we surveyed, where one of the admissions officers told us they're looking for students who are not just consumers of technology, but are creators of technology. It's impossible to be a creator of technology when you're only exposed to technology for short bursts of time. Technology can't be an event. It has to be seamlessly woven into the curriculum and instructional areas daily.
A lot of background work has gone on so far with this project. We've been rebuilding the infrastructure for the last several years to be able to capitalize on this. By 2020, we will be in a completely different place than we are right now, thanks to the hard work of the IT guys.
I think that one-to-one technology will create so many possibilities for both teachers and students. By having immediate access to technology, students and teachers have endless tools, resources, and information at their fingertips. For students, one-to-one technology will enhance the way that they collaborate and communicate with one another, and really provide so many opportunities for them to use critical thinking skills and be creative in their learning.
The district has expanded the ranks of our tech integrators. They are ready and excited to guide us along. Many of the people we work with have expertise in this area as well and can be counted on, as always, to support those of us who are just beginning this ride. Our colleagues are our greatest resource. We are all on this trip together, and together we will gradually get to our destination.
A significant part of teaching and learning is the type of curriculum that we deliver to our young people. We recognize over the course of the next several years, we have a great deal of work to do related to the technological resources that we embed in our instruction at North Allegheny. That means whether it is a website, an application, a piece of hardware, software, whatever it may be, we recognize that this hard work puts everyone in the same place. Getting our students ready for life after North Allegheny, the 21st century, we can do it together, and our hard work will really pay off.
The kids are really having fun with their learning, and that's the goal. We want them to come to school every day, really learn and challenge themselves, be able to achieve the rigor that we expect of them, but to produce something that they're proud of, feel a stake in. It's personalized, it demonstrates what they really know.
Blended learning, well, the research is clear. Nothing can substitute the importance of a teacher in the classroom. But with the advancement of technology, the implementation of blended learning provides teachers the opportunity to maximize learning by combining elements of both face-to-face and online learning.
When asked to think about how the one-to-one initiative has changed me as an educator, I think the best way to respond to that is that it has made me think about learning from the student's perspective more than it ever has. Many times when we think about education, we reflect back on our own experiences. But obviously what we're preparing our children for today and for tomorrow is much different than what we had to be prepared for. So the one-to-one initiative is really making me look through teaching and learning through the eyes of the child, not just in middle school, but K-12.
Our expectations will change every year because the technology changes every year, and what we know and what our students know and have available will continue to evolve. This will be transformative not just for our education but for our organization as we learn to use these resources in tremendous ways to help prepare our students.
I think the next few years in technology are going to be really exciting in North Allegheny. We're going to have digital classrooms everywhere, and we're going to be starting the rollout of one-to-one technology. I know that we can do this and stay a top 100 school district moving forward. We have all of the natural resources ready to roll. All we need to do is to add the technology to the mix. I'm excited about what we're going to do over the next few years. I hope you are too.
Go, go big or go home. 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 Go big or go home.
Hopefully that gave you an opportunity to learn a little bit more about why we're doing this. We know that the journey is going to be long, and we're going to have to start somewhere, and that's what we're doing here this evening. I would like to thank Mr. West and the NATV group for producing the video, along with Dr. Andreyko and other individuals who helped produce it. So at this time, I would like to introduce Dr. Andreyko, the Assistant Superintendent of Academic Advancement. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you, Dr. Scheer. A very special thank you goes out to the Mars Area School District, as well as Upper St. Clair, Southside area, Shaler area, and many other school districts who have actually employed a one-to-one environment for several years. They offered ideas, collegial support, and of course, ideas to get us through this evening and to hopefully make this a pleasurable experience for your young person. Their help has really guided us into what Focus 2020 has become. We want to transform learning for children. We want to make sure that education is rigorous, engaging, and meaningful. We know that to do that, we need to have meaningful, equitable digital resources available to our young people so we can offer digital literacy skills for learning in all areas, all subject areas throughout the school day. We want to promote what we call the 4 C's: critical thinking, creativity, communication, collaboration, all of these vital for what we call lifelong learning. And we want North Allegheny and our students to become leaders in technological innovation. Tonight we're going to share with you a little bit of information related to insurance and care information. For all students, remember, the iPad is ultimately the property of the North Allegheny School District. Many of you remember at the very beginning of the school year, you signed the acceptable use policy along with the code of conduct. This is presented and reviewed to you as part of the first few weeks of school so you understand the expectations related to technology in North Allegheny. When you receive your iPad this evening, it will have a protective case because we know that you want to take good care of it. And if you have any difficulty with your iPad, please let the computer assistant know in the computer lab by the library if you have any difficulty during the day. Families, you are made aware through our various emails that your opportunity to enroll in our insurance program is available. You have the choice whether to enroll or to decline the insurance, but that was once again in the communications that you received. If you have any questions about that, please let us know as you step out into our upper foyer. Also, folks, digital safety. It's very, very important that we prepare for life after graduation from North Allegheny School District. So we're proud to share with you families that we will offer student instruction about digital safety, the how-tos for operating their iPad through the digital world. Students will participate in an Apple Core camp that will occur this week. And as Mrs. Starr shared with you, there will be some different days for students based upon their field trip. But we will make sure that every student understands all of the great functions of their iPad as they start upon this journey. We will employ our district policies and code of conduct for student safety, and we will make sure that you have iPad filtering when accessing the internet, both here at school and at home. Also, we will make sure that the digital footprint is something that we talk about daily, so students understand what a digital footprint is and how they can be safe when they use the internet at all times. We're really excited for you. We thank you. Your dedication to your children is evident tonight in their education, and we know that this will be a fabulous year for our 6th graders at North Allegheny. Thank you again. At this time, I'd like to introduce to you Dr. Kathy Curran, Coordinator of Academic Technology.
What I'm going to talk to you a little bit about is how the students are going to use the programs that are on the iPads and what's going to happen in the actual distribution process. This is good news because it means you're that much closer to the game home seat Steeler game. So, what we will be using with the students is, you may be aware, the school is a Google Apps for Education site. So we will be using the Google Suite on the iPads. This means that the students will be using Google Drive to store their work, which is great because they can get to it from other devices, computers at home, as well as any other mobile device. We also will have a number of apps loaded onto the iPad. Right now, we're starting conservative, and we're not allowing students to add their own apps, so we're pushing them all from the district. And these are apps that we have been working with our teachers to be able to use in the classroom to support instruction. We also will have access to things like the online textbooks and some educational support tools that we use, depending upon the curriculum we're trying to enroll in. So all of those will be on the iPads, and we've been working with our teachers to make sure that they know how to capitalize on this in the classroom. As I mentioned, the apps will be pushed from the district to your child's iPad, as will updates to those apps. So it means there's minimal management on your end for having to deal with the iPads. There will, when you look at your iPad new, and you'll get a note when you go up and leave the building tonight reminding you of some things to do, but the iOS 9, for those of us who have our iPhones that we have gotten hit 3 times in the last week, or a month, I guess, with updates, these iPads are currently on iOS 8. We will be updating them in school, and you won't be able to update them at home. So if you see that, you just have to do like I am, and that red button is just like a beacon that makes me want to tap it and do those pieces. We're going to take care of that in school with your children. We want them to go through the process here so that we can help them in the future, consistently how we want those updates applied in the future. In terms of the iPads, they certainly can be personalized in terms of background images and so forth. At first, we're going to suggest and start off with the children using their own selfie as their desktop background, so that if the iPad gets lost, we can easily pick them up and go, oh, this belongs to so-and-so. But in the cases, if there's like non-adhesive stickers, you can certainly put them on them, and they can start to personalize some of those pieces to make it feel a little more like their iPad. In terms of resources for you to look at, we do have a district website for Focus 2020. It is located under Academics, labeled Focus 2020, where you can go to the URL shown on the screen there. On that website, we have information about frequently asked questions, policies, contact about support issues, resources for digital citizenship. The site is growing almost daily at this point, because we've been continuing to refine and build information based on the questions and feedback we're hearing from both your students in school and the questions we're getting from the parents in the community. So for tonight, once you get your iPad, we want you to take it home and charge it. We do recommend that you sort of have a standard place in your home to charge your iPad. It makes it a little easier for routines, and it probably shouldn't be in your child's bedroom. So charge it somewhere outside, that way you also know that when you go to bed, you're not playing on your iPad.
Go.